everybody, David here once again for another video. Today we're going to be talking about something very dear to my heart, and that is Smurf. Smurf, the Mustang that I got in 2012. 2012 was a very different world for me. I was a different person in a lot of ways, and I had just started my journey here on YouTube. I wouldn't say just started. I've been making videos since like 2006, but when it comes to car stuff, it was very early on. So Smurf started out as a bone stock, 3 miles on the tachometer, 2013 Mustang GT with a Coyote 5.0 liter. And the Coyote 5.0 revolutionized the Ford brand and actually started to give it more respect again. This one came with 420 crank horsepower. The new ones come with 435 crank horsepower. And it was a beast of the time. 12-second car out of the box. That's a big deal. I had a 3-valve 4.6 liter before this one, and it doesn't even compare. So when I got the car, 335i was revving at me. So when I got the car, I had big plans for it. I first started off with a intake, tune, and exhaust. By exhaust, I mean only axle backs, so hardly anything. The car was already a lot quicker. Back in the day, I was scared to go against things like Evos and STIs, but all of a sudden, I realized that the car could take them. And I mean, what a difference, right? The 4.6 couldn't compete with any of those guys. After a lot of R&D of finding this out, I realized that this car was getting more and more special. But then the modification bug hit me really hard and I started messing with the car more. I then put the Boss 302 intake manifold on, which it adds a little bit of horsepower, but it more changes the character of the car and you can rev higher. Sometimes going to 7,800 RPMs, but you can do it. But I don't recommend it. I did it just to see if it could take it, and it could. Plus, you already hit peak power right around 7,300 RPM, so it's not really that useful. So then after that, I focused on cosmetics. I have a Roush front splitter, then a California Special wing, a Boss 302 diffuser on the back, Eibach lowering springs, and new wheels and tires. Now I had SVE drifts first, then I had MMD's 551Cs, and now I have Rovos Pretorias, which are easily my favorite wheel I've had so far. This also has the Brembo brake package, but I have the base model interior. I actually built this car from scratch from the factory. I took out everything I didn't need and just put the Brembo brakes on it and 373 rear end gears. So today I hit 100,000 miles in Smurf. This car has been everywhere. It has been cross country, it has been on rallies, and it has done me so very well. So we're gonna talk about how Smurf is holding up, even with a supercharger on it with 7 pounds of boost. With the 7 pounds of boost, it makes 632 wheel horsepower. So it is no slouch. Before we talk about how Smurf is held up, today's video is brought to you by Audible. Audible content includes an unmatched selection of audiobooks, original audio shows, news, comedy, and more from the leading audiobook publishers. I'm actually currently listening to Ready Player One as I'm doing these long trips. Ready Player One's gonna be a movie soon, and the trailer really intrigued me, so I was like, let's listen to the book first and find out what it's all about. It's really good for sitting in traffic and long commutes, so traffic and stuff like that really isn't a big deal anymore. You can just listen to something and relax. Audible is offering a free audiobook with a 30-day trial membership. Just go to audible.com/DudeinBlue and browse the unmatched selection of audio programs. Download a title free and start listening today. It's that easy. That's audible.com/DudeinBlue. By the way, if you guys are an Audible, just let me know in the comment section below what else I should listen to. I'm always willing to hear another audiobook. All right, so moving forward, Smurf, how's it doing? Well, good. So let's start with the good and then we'll go to the bad. The good is I have 100,000 miles on a supercharged car with a stock transmission and stock diff. That's incredible. You couldn't really do that a long time ago, and here I am daily driving it every single day. The Bluetooth audio still works. My interior is still great. The TMI seats, I know they look huge on camera, but in person, they're fine. My gauges all still work. My Bluetooth audio still works. Everything sounds great. The car still sounds amazing. It sounds healthy. Still got to do the oil changes for the Procharger and the motor at the same mileage as everything else. I'm overall very proud of the mechanical reliability. The only issue I've had so far is one time my rear end gear kind of shredded itself, but not completely, only a little bit of it, so it just had to be fixed that way. But that was mostly because of me. I've launched the car over 100 times, so it was gonna happen. But let's talk about the bad of right now. The bad of it right now is, here's a weird one. My running lights keep shorting out, and I cannot, for the life of me, figure it out. It blows the fuse every single time. I've gone through about 10 to 15 fuses to try and figure it out and troubleshoot it. There's some kind of short or some kind of ground issue that is shorting out only the running lights. So the headlights work, the tail lights when you hit the brakes work, everything else works except my running lights. I was going to Mustang week and I drove there at like 4 or 5 in the morning. I went straight to the event and people kept flashing me, and I couldn't figure out why people kept flashing their lights at me. I'm like, my headlights are on. What's the issue? And I look in my rearview mirror, I hit the brake light. Okay, it's illuminating, so what's the big deal? Finally, at the Mustang week night meet, and I tried to turn on my lights, people kept pointing out that they were off. So we tried to fix it in the parking lot, tore down the headlight assembly and everything. Nope, couldn't figure it out. So then I noticed that one of my license plate light bulbs went out. Okay, maybe that was it. Maybe that was shorting it out. Nope, took those light bulbs out, still blew the fuse. So then after that, one of my side markers was out. Okay, car's getting older, I understand, bulbs need to be replaced. That thing was absolutely trashed. And I was like, that has to be it. Replace the fuse again, drive on home. As soon as I get out of the car, lights are off. So I still to this day don't know. Oh yeah, also my shift knob, like, top piece came off. This guy. This happened to my last Mustang too, so I guess it's just tradition. I don't know. The shift knob in the newer Mustangs is much nicer. So I'll just replace that with a little Roush one or something like that. Also, somebody filled up my AC wrong, so my AC doesn't work either. Why are you doing this, Smurf? Before you say trade it in, no, I'm not trading it in. It's too much of a part of me. It's too much of a part of my channel. It's part of the channel's history. I'm gonna try and keep it forever. So if I ever get another Mustang or something, I'll just add on to the collection. Some other things I've noticed is that the handling of this car definitely still needs to be improved. I think I'm gonna do a full suspension setup on it later down the road, just to kind of stiffen it up. That's the problem. It has grip, but it doesn't have confidence. So to fix that, we need to add some confidence, which means add some coilovers and a Watts link to the live axle. This is the last generation live axle Mustang. So you gotta fix that. I mean, is it still fun to drive? You bet. It's still vicious, it's still loud, it's still intimidating. It's crazy, it puts smiles on so many people's faces. I remember when Adam LZ drove this back in February. He loved it. He said, this thing was crazy. And I'm like, yeah, it's pretty darn nuts. The sound that it makes is just unreal. I'm still on my Stainless Works lawn tube headers with an X pipe with high flow catalytic converters on it. I still have my resonators and it's still this loud. So yeah, the Coyote motor is still stupid loud. It's so nuts. But like you saw back there, you can't get away with anything in this car. It's so stupid. It's so dumb. It's so useless. But yet I love it. And I know there's gonna be those people saying, well, David, 100K isn't that much on a modern car. But of a car that's this modified, that has gone through so much abuse, that has been in every environment in the United States, and has been in every elevation change, You have to give it to it. It never overheats or anything like that. It's incredible. Knock on everything, please. Thank you all to have supported me throughout all of these 100,000 miles. So, metaphorical cheers to everybody who's been with me since 2012. And on that note, guys, what do you guys still think of Smurf? Do you guys still love it? Let me know in the comment section below, and I will see you guys next time, and take it easy. Have a fantastic day, and don't forget to subscribe. Goodbye.